Coming up on Lindenwood News, this past week brought winter weather to St. Charles. We'll take a look at how the snowfall impacted the area.
And shocking news out of the music world in the St. Louis region as a popular festival won't be returning in 2026.
Plus, we will give you a preview of what is to come at this semester's most popular event, Late Night Breakfast.
Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News.
Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Anna Rao.
And I'm Truman Griesel.
The St. Louis area saw 2 storms this past week, bringing heavy snowfall to the area. The early season storms caught the Missouri Department of Transportation off guard. MoDOT was not able to pre-treat roads, leading to crashes and gridlock. Lindenwood University closed at 1 p.m. on Monday, about 2 hours after the snowfall began, prompting students to commute in the midst of the storm. Students said the storm traffic made it take between 2 and 4 hours to make what is typically a 30-minute drive. The impact lingered through Tuesday, while campus roads and sidewalks were plowed. The lack of plowing in area neighborhoods left some students unable to drive to campus on Tuesday. Local lawmakers are frustrated with MoDOT's response and want to reevaluate how the department spends its funding.
With the fall sports season just about wrapped up, Lindenwood men's soccer took to the field looking to extend their magical season one more game in the first round of the NCAA tournament against the Kansas Roos. Lindenwood became the first athletic program in Lindenwood history to qualify to an NCAA tournament at the Division I level after defeating Houston Christian in penalty kicks of the Ohio Valley Conference Championship game. The Roos qualified as an at-large bid out of the Summit League after falling to Denver in their conference championship, and this would be the first time that these two teams would ever be facing off. It was a slow first half that saw the Roos outshoot the Lions 10-1, but they had a great look here on net in the 32nd minute when the Roos had 4 shots on goal, including this header off the crossbar, but all 4 attempts were thwarted by Lindenwood and turned away, keeping the game scoreless into half at 0-0 as Lindenwood just played great defense, thwarting all 4 attempts against UMKC. In the second half, it was the Roos who finally broke through on the scoreboard as Kevin Nkumu slotted one past Gavin Roberts on a beautiful cross, giving him his first goal of the season, and none bigger as he gave his Roos a 1-0 lead in the second half against Lindenwood. Lindenwood kept trying to counter the rest of the half, but the Roos defense wasn't budging, and Lindenwood had a chance. Ethan Blake took a corner with about 2.5 minutes left and put a beauty of a ball into the box that bounced around, not being cleared, before Leandro Heisler had a great look at a header after the UMKC goalie fell down, but the shot was smothered and the Roos remained ahead. Lindenwood's last opportunity came with 8 seconds left in their season as the senior Blake took another free kick right in front of his bench. He sent another great ball into the box that found its way to Luke Neely, who had his first shot blocked, then a great look at a volley to tie the game, but once again, the Roos blocked it. The horn sounded, and Lindenwood's season was over, falling 1-0 to their cross-state opponent. Lindenwood was outshot 12-4 in the match and 2-1 on net.
Yeah, I told the guys before the game, it hasn't been a game all year that they haven't shown up. We haven't won every game, but at the same time, I'm proud of these guys. These guys are warriors, they're winners, they're guys I recruited because I believe in them as people, and very thankful for them as friends and teammates, and what a great locker room that we've assembled. And I wish we could spend more time together with another victory, but that's not the case. So.
Fans will have to wait until next August to watch the team in action, as Lindenwood will graduate 17 seniors and look to keep building off a season that saw them claim 14 wins, their most in a season since 2013.
This week, we got to speak with Kyle Bose from Dirty River Records. He tells us what his mission is behind opening the record store.
So I opened May 1st of last year, so we've been open just a little bit over a year and a half. So it's been going pretty well. I started off with just about maybe a couple thousand records, and we've grown maybe 3 times that. I had a lot of experience in the field, but just trying to acquire a lot of records in like a 2-month span was pretty tough, and then just putting in 14 hours a day, just pricing everything and getting ready to go for that whole April leading up to the first. I remember being a kid back in the early 90s, being in the basement, my dad's playing pinball, but I'd hear like The Who and King Crimson and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and just remember those being some core memories as a kid, and ever since that, it's just kind of became something I've always been a passion about. I think people in a digital age want to own their media, whether it be books, music, whatever. So I think there's going to always be a home for physical collecting. My favorite thing about this is, the money is, you want to build a successful business and be profitable. But the reason I opened the store was because I wanted to put music into people's hands. And I love seeing people's face light up when they found that record that they've been looking for years, or a Christmas gift or a gift for somebody else. Like that's why I do this, and my love of music and seeing it kind of reflect in people's faces when they find something that they love. It's about that kind of passion.
Dirty River Records is located on North 2nd Street in St. Charles and is open all week, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Surprising news for all the music fans in the St. Louis area as the Evolution Music Festival announced that they would not be returning in 2026 and instead taking a pause next year, with a lot of other festivities taking place. The festival that first originated in 2022 will take a pause after 3 years of providing music for the local St. Louis community. The event took over Forest Park and now will be dormant come the fall next year. Lindenwood University has been a partner with the festival for all 3 years, allowing students to have the chance to go and experience the festival for themselves. In 2025, the two-day festival was headlined by Sublime and Lenny Kravitz. In total, 28 different artists also had the chance to perform. The festival said that the reasons for taking 2026 off is that with all the major events already scheduled across the region that include the United States' 250th birthday, the World Cup, and the Olympics, the festival wants to remain committed to the community and continue to show their gratitude for the state, city, sponsors, partners, and the fans. While many music enthusiasts will be looking for an alternative, the festival will look to continue in the future and hopes this one-year hiatus doesn't discourage too many fans.
I thought it was neat, a lot of the performers they had at the Evolution Fest. I didn't get to see all of them, but they had like Lenny Kravitz, and they also had musicians who weren't as famous as some of those others, but still were good performers and all, and drew a lot of people to watch. And I also thought they had really good foods and drinks and just really good festivities and like clothing items and things of those. I thought it had a lot of good festivities, and I think it is kind of disappointing that it is going away, but I can still understand with the things.
The festival posted a statement on their website about the announcement stating, quote, "From day one, our goal has been to create an experience that brings people together, celebrates music, and positively impacts our region. That mission will never pause."
Get ready to dive back into your childhood at this year's highly anticipated CAB event, Late Night Breakfast.
My name is Lauren Roberts. This is my third year within CAB, Campus Activities Board. My role is one of the 5 student positions that we have here. Late Night Breakfast is probably our biggest annual tradition that we have here at Lindenwood. Usually I'd say we have anywhere from 600 to 800 students coming, line out the door. It is basically where, as the event describes, a late night breakfast. So it's from 9:15 to midnight, usually during finals week of every semester that we have. And all the food is themed around the theme. So this year we're doing bacon pancakes like Adventure Time. We're going to be doing donuts on a stick for my Carly, stuff like that, that really just bring that reminiscent feeling back to you. I'm most excited just to see how the students like the event. Something that I've really, really enjoyed is being behind the scenes and seeing how much planning goes into it, how much dedication we're putting into this event to make it really good, and getting that student feedback. So seeing that really come to life, seeing our vendors here, seeing how excited people are for this tradition, seeing them wear the shirts from last year's Late Night Breakfast, and I really like that this has become such a big tradition and so important, not just for us, but for student life in general.
Late Night Breakfast will be taking on campus again this year in Evans Commons from 9:15 to midnight, where you can spend the night going back to your childhood with the throwback theme. The event will include an inflatable obstacle course, life-size Hungry Hungry Hippos, the famous Stuff-A-Plush animals, and so much more.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News.
I'm Anna Rao. Thanks for joining us.